How do you stay out of internal while fighting internal battles?
You're stating the question differently, but that to me was the question that haunted me most as a young actor, and haunted me as a teacher, because I was teaching, get out of your head, get out of your head, get out of your head. And I go, but the best acting is when the actor's kind of in their head. But then when I'm in my head, my acting sucks. So how come when Jake Gyllenhaal's out of his head, he's so good? Although Jake Gyllenhaal's too young for that question, because it was like 25 years ago. So it would have been, I don't know who, but Harrison Ford. So, and the answer is to answer the question dumbly, and then I'll try to answer it with more integrity to the way you pose the question. It's character versus actor. That when the actor is vectored in, internalized, the whole scene shuts down. So when an actor is in their head going, oh, I suck. Oh my God, what's my blocking? What's my line? Oh my God, everybody's watching me. The camera, shit, the camera. Or like, why am I here? Bleh, I just can't, I'm not there tonight. Or fuck, I'm awesome today. Oh, the tears are coming, I'm great. All that shit. If the actor's thinking about anything to do with the actor, it entirely shuts down the camera, shuts down the audience. And so vectored out is something that I reserve for, now I'm getting to the smarter answer, but vectored out is something that I entirely reserve for the actor. I don't talk about the character being vectored. Mm-hmm. So the actor needs to be vectored out. Vectors are arrows of energy, that I'm connected outside of myself. And that as soon as I'm connected to myself, I shut down. Yeah? Right. So I was teaching and knew as an actor that I had to be like, get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. But then what happens is all the acting becomes a little bit, just a little bit, what my note, not really, but in that there's a substep to the notes I was giving you on Tuesday in the self-tape class, is that's a bit your thing, which is if I'm out of my head, great, now I can get into flow. But if my character is completely out of their head and everything is on, it's kind of weirdly alien. You just go, that's kind of not like a human being. Unless it's like, get down now, the machine gun fire is going, or you're like, fuck you, I'm leaving you. Those kind of scenes. But when it's are we good? Are you all right? Scene. Then are we good? Are you all right? You're like, what the fuck? Why are you Shatner? Relax it. And it gets all miserly, right? And so, so it's literally 18 years ago or something, maybe more, maybe 20 years ago, that I went, wait a second, I'm teaching people to get out of their heads. But there's another step, and the step after that is to get back into the character's head. And so an actor needs to be vectored out, but a character can be internalized. And though that sounds paradoxical, that's the key to Benedict Cumberbatch and Viola Davis and every actor you can think of that's great. And then you go, oh, fuck, that's what they're doing. Who's our girl from the one I'm in love with from your show? I'm calling it your show.
Gosh, I don't know the name.
Merritt Wever. The reason why, that's why Merritt Wever's so, to me, so intensely good, is that she's wildly charismatic, but she's actually deeply inside of her head. But she's not in her head, the character's in their head. So then, at some point, I'm not quite linear in my narrative here, but this is the story, I'm sticking to it, is that at some point I went, well, what does that mean? Like, what are we going into our heads about? And that's when I was thinking, originally I was like every other teacher, and I called it the subtext, and then I started calling it the thing inside, which then led to calling it the underlying truth. And then I was like, oh, fuck, point and counterpoint, and then counterpoint kind of emerged. And that's when you go, oh, that's it, that's what's going on. Is that the thing that's inside of me is the thing that you're trying to get to, and I'm trying to shut that down, but you're turning it on is causing me internal conflict. So the actor has to work so hard at getting out of their fucking head and getting totally vectored, charismatically connected and in flow. So your ego is eradicated. And once that happens, then you gotta breathe and now ingest the character's ego and the character's narcissism and the character's shame and the character's self-doubt. And you can play a character who's wickedly in their head and still be charismatic. But as soon as you're in your head, the camera hates you.